isn't that ironic that on the day I'm recording, I'm doing it in front of a bar? Sorry about that, guys. What's up, guys? My name is Lauren. Today, I'm gonna go through the top 68 celebrities that don't drink. I'm gonna basically go through this whole list top to bottom super quickly, but I wanna stop on some of the celebrities. 50 Cent, Megan Fox, Russell Brand, Tyler the Creator, Chrissy Teigen, Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm just gonna showcase their interviews as we go. Let's hit it from the top. Brad Pitt, Andre 3000, Chameleonaire, which by the way, check out his interviews on YouTube. He's a boss. Akon, Sia, John Mayer, Tom Hardy, Florence and the Machine, Katy Perry, and 50 Cent. All right, let's land on 50 Cent really quick because this is super interesting. As all of us know, like he raps all the time about boozing in the clubs. Like that's what he raps about. But we'll see in this interview actually like the lifestyle he actually chooses to live despite what his lyrics say.
Let's start with something you write about with regard to perception. I largely abstain from alcohol. I don't mess with drugs. It's imperative to create your own comfort zone without depending on any substance. And you explain, I'm still in the clubs. I don't need to booze to enjoy myself. I'll have a champagne bottle filled with ginger ale in my hand, but my energy's the same. And you say that's the reality, which is a contrast to some of the perception in the music. Let's take a look at some of that in your music videos.
Find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Mama, I got what you need if you need to feel the buzz. Some champagne and burn a little green to reap. Eyes a little low cause I twisted. I'ma get my drink on and party like it's okay.
What are you telling people there that they can enjoy the fiction in the videos, but you want to let everyone know you're not really using?
There was zero drinking. I didn't do it at all, you know. And my upbringing adjusted me that way, like, because I had a household full of people that were drunk a lot. Hard.
Did growing up though around abuse of substances make you want to stay this clean?
Well, it's just people. I've seen different things. I had an uncle growing up that he had a tough guy in him that didn't come out until he had a drink. Yeah, I've seen some different things. The reason I didn't do it is, look, our culture is aspirational. If you don't have it, if you don't have the things that convey that, they're not sure that you're excited.
In 50 Cent's book called Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, he mentions that he doesn't drink, but he still has to promote his various lines of liquor. So he has a routine when he's out with his friends drinking his Chemin du Roi bubbly. Quote, first, I'll pour drinks from a bottle of champagne for everyone who is VIP with me. When the bottle is empty, I'll give it to one of my guys and have him quietly refill it with ginger ale. For the rest of the night, I'll have that bottle in my hand. I'll take swigs every now and then just to keep the vibe right, but I'm not drinking anything but Canada Dry. He doesn't even actually drink his own stuff. He just knows that if he sells it, consumers will buy it, and that's how he can make money. That's really interesting because it's all about the perception. Okay, moving on. Ellie Goulding, Tom Cruise, James Franco, Alec Baldwin, Warren Buffett, which is kind of wild actually. He's never had a sip of alcohol in his entire life. Samuel L. Jackson, Eminem, who is a recovering alcoholic, Common, Kayla Instines. And let's land on Megan Fox really quick. This interview is apparently the last time Megan Fox has ever been drunk in her life. She cut it at this one.
From a hot man to one of the hottest women in the business right now, Megan Fox with me now. Why do you shake your head?
Because I'm pretty sure I'm a doppelganger for Alan Alda.
Oh, get out of here.
I'm a tranny. I'm a man.
You do not look in the mirror and not think you're beautiful. Don't even.
No, I'm so painfully insecure. Like I'm on the verge of vomiting right now. I'm so horrified that I'm here and embarrassed. I'm scared.
Is this your first time here?
Yeah, it's my first time.
I love you're watching the monitor. You're looking at Salma Hayek going, God, look how gorgeous she is. Have you looked at yourself lately?
I really want her boobs. Those are the most amazing boobs. Perfect.
You want her boobs, I want your boobs. There, we're all even.
All right, we'll trade. Circle.
Is your man, Brian Austin Green, here tonight?
He's not. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be my date. He's a man. He has an ego.
So he's watching, maybe?
I think he's probably working on music. I don't think he cares.
Really? You don't think he's watching it right now?
No.
What is your diet and exercise regimen? Because I have to ask you because your body is smoking.
Well, I do have a 22-inch waist. I will say that. But I basically starved myself for a month. I'm kidding. I did a lot of Pilates.
You did.
An immense amount of Pilates.
I love it. You're an honest woman. Thank you so much.
She said following this, now I don't drink, and this is why. She got in a lot of trouble for whatever she said on the red carpet at the event, and she doesn't even remember why, but all of us can basically go look it up. So I can relate. Moving right along, Christina Ricci, Logic, Dane Cook, Toby Maguire, Rob Lowe, I guess that's why his skin's so damn good, Jim Carrey, Jada Pinkett Smith, Kendrick Lamar, dude is a boss. He's all about, no drugs, no alcohol, living a clean life. John Travolta, Keith Urban, Jessica, Harry Potter, aka Daniel Radcliffe, Calvin Harris, you would think he would drink all the time, Kristen Davis, Bradley Cooper, I think that's relatively recent. We're gonna land on one of my favorites, Russell Brand.
Alcohol addiction is ordinary, normal. It's like in loads of cultures, people being pissed all the time is a normal thing to do. I think it's sort of expected, it's almost a rites of passage, getting older, your first drink, your first pint. I think it's something that you're expected to do. And once in a while you'll see one of those front pages about, oh, look at the high street strewn with staggering women teetering about on their stilettos, pissed on Sex in the City drinks.
Are you fucking videoing this? Fuck your mum, bruv. I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera.
There seems to be more of an appetite now for acknowledging that drugs and alcohol are a serious social problem. I think everyone knows that. And prohibition in the United States created the biggest crime wave and more death and murder in American history than any time other than the Civil War. So prohibition's certainly not the answer. I used to drink quite a lot. I drank initially because I used to feel nervous. I didn't like the taste of booze when I first had it. And then I realised, oh my God, it makes me super confident. It felt like it gave me sort of another identity. I think it's pretty easy to get addicted to alcohol, particularly if there's a pre-existing emotional or spiritual condition. Like if you're a bit unhappy, alcohol can easily be seen as something to fill that gap. Some drugs are great fun. All drugs can be fun used correctly. It's like booze as well. It does a lovely job at then on occasions loosening people up. But when there are social conditions like we have currently, where there's kind of economic deprivation and the kind of sort of, I don't know, where there's no sort of moral or spiritual centre to our life, I think it's really easy for all drugs to play too significant a role in a culture, and I think that's happened with booze.
I really love Russell Brand's take on alcohol. It's such an overly promoted product in our society. It's almost like a rite of passage that everybody thinks that they need to be involved in some way or another with alcohol, just from the age that they're allowed to or that they get their hands on it. I'm not somebody who's like pro-prohibition. I'm not somebody who's even like anti-alcohol 100%. I have all of my friends who I love. I would say 99.9% of them drink, and I don't care. 100% of my family drinks and all that. That's not the point. The point is the way in which it's made all right to be able to drink in our society when we know the numbers and the things that happen are like staggeringly bad. But we are tricked into thinking that we should be able to drink because that's what we're being pushed via advertisements, and that's what's become the norm in our society. All right, we've got Kat Von D, Kelly Osbourne, Kim Cattrall, the chick from Sex and the City who literally her entire show, she only talks about drinking, Macklemore, Travis Barker, Gerard Butler, Andy Murray, Eric Clapton, Ben Affleck, Terry Crews. Terry Crews says that he can't drink because he's already wild enough as it is, so he doesn't want to have any alcohol in his system. And then let's land on Cristiano Ronaldo.
What's the sadness for you? To be the number one and they don't see nothing, they don't see to receive awards. All my family see, my mom, my brothers, even my old son. But my father, they didn't see nothing.
His dad died in his 50s from alcoholism. That super scarred Cristiano Ronaldo, which is why he decided to stop drinking forever. I know a lot of people out there who have parents who are alcoholics, myself included, who just don't drink at all because we saw how bad it got. On to the next one. We've got Zac Efron, Elton John, Anne Hathaway, Jennifer Hudson, Pharrell Williams, the Coldplay lead singer, Blake Lively, Tyra Banks, Kim Kardashian, Shania Twain, Naomi Campbell, Natalie Portman, J-Lo. J-Lo talks all the time about how her skin, the way she looks, her banging body, all that comes from just drinking water. She abstains from alcohol and water is like her go-to. Brett Favre, Mel Gibson, Bruce Willis, Tyler, the Creator, which is the last one I want to land on here.
I don't ever want to be that guy, so I'm off it. I don't even look at it. Plus, I don't want to do it. It's just, nigga, you drunk? You stink. And then, like, you see people like, I regret what I said. Like, but then it's like, okay, one, don't blame it on the alcohol, you bitch. Like, you're pussy. And two, maybe that's what you actually wanted to say, but you're too much of a bitch to actually be honest. And I don't ever want to rely on alcohol to be that guy. Like, I'd rather just tell you sober and look you in the eye and not regret it. So I just never wanted to drink. It's just something that didn't interest me. I have a addictive personality, like where I wear the same outfit for a month and a half type shit. So me being aware of that, if I ended up liking alcohol or some shit, it would be the fucking downfall of me because I would need it. And I'm in a financial place where I can enable it myself.
Clearly, Tyler, the Creator, has a lot of opinions about it. The last person I want to bring up today is Chrissy Teigen. So Chrissy Teigen is John Legend's wife. This is her video as to why she decided to stop drinking.
I hadn't gone, aside from being pregnant, I hadn't gone more than a day or two ever in since I started drinking at 20 or so. So I just really never had that period of time of like clear thought.
Was there a reason? Was there like a moment where you said this? Yeah, was there something that made you decide?
I've been struggling with it honestly for the past couple of years. It became embarrassing, and I am obviously with someone like John, who is. It's hard to be around somebody that's so respected and so beloved and so loved, and I just was like, I can't be the messy one. I just can't. This is embarrassing, and I don't want to waking up in the morning and being like, oh, like what did I say? Like that's so embarrassing, and then it was just not worth it. That feeling is not worth it. Not to mention the headaches and everything. We're so drawn as mothers to alcohol and how normalized it is for mothers to day drink, and day drinking for me was like a very, that's honestly that was the only drinking for me. I didn't even call it day drinking. That was just like, that's how I did it. And and we joke about like kikiing with our friends and going to brunch and getting wasted and like it's just it's not good. And if I wasn't drinking, it was because I was hungover or something. So it was just like I the whole detox out of my system. Realizing you get this like this high from having energy and being able to play with your kids and roll on the floor with them. And I mean, there's just my best friends, my closest friends, my family. Everybody's noticed a difference. And all I know is it like just did not serve. It just doesn't serve me anymore. Like I'm not fun on it. I don't dance. I don't I'm not a better person.
She realized the alcohol was just bringing her down, and she didn't even know it. She didn't even know it until she stopped drinking, because just like me, she'd been drinking her whole life. She was saying how in society it's very normalized to just drink alcohol kind of constantly, and once she got space from it, she got that feeling that I'm always talking about. Again, you guys, I don't make these videos to cast any judgment on anyone who likes to drink. I don't make these videos to say that I'm better because I don't drink, or that people who do drink are worse and like not as good of people or not as capable, whatever. I make these videos because I finally stopped drinking when I was 26, and it wasn't until about 2 years after I decided to stop drinking that I finally realized what a total waste of my time alcohol was. It made me unhappy, it made me sick, and I didn't even know it at the time. So I make these videos because I wish I would have had this content when I was considering the idea of not drinking. I think exposure is super important. I think it's necessary for people to have kind of like all of the information out there to be able to decide if for them, if alcohol is actually really helping them, or if anybody was like me, if just think it is. I hope this video helps somebody, you guys. If you liked it, please like it. If you get value out of these kinds of videos, I make these all the time, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Comment below if you guys have any questions or anything you want to share too, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks. See ya.